Poddar to welcome our guest with the memento, please. Mr. Poddar, the chairman of our ASEAN committee, to welcome him with this memento. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a loud round of applause Mr. Deep Kalra, Chairman and Group CEO, Make My Trip, for his address.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be at this PhD function. Very nice session in the morning. What most people don't know about Make My Trip and me is that I actually had an office in this building way back, not a Make My Trip office, but my second job I was doing. We worked in the business center here for 1 year. And so I have very fond memories of PhD House. I guess I'm here to represent the New Age sector, which the Minister spoke about. While we are 19 years old as Make My Trip, we still consider ourselves a startup. So we are a 19-year-old startup. And I'm here to represent that, exactly what the Minister said, that I think the new companies can indeed deliver on what would right now be termed as an unfulfilled promise. I don't think there's any denying the fact that the tourism potential within the region, ASEAN, 10 countries, sir, 10 countries to observers, and India is great for multiple reasons. I think the biggest reason, of course, is our geographical proximity. The single biggest trend today in international travel is regional tourism. Regional tourism is the single biggest trend. Gone are the days where people are planning that one very long vacation only. People, particularly millennials, and for those who don't know, 50% of the population of India is under the age of 27. We have the single largest young population among all big countries. And millennials, I can tell you, we've done a lot of research, a lot of study, we see, want to do multiple trips and frequent trips. So they don't want to go away for only one place every year or two places. They want to do multiple frequent trips and they want to live like locals do. So actually what ma'am just spoke about is very, very relevant, and I'll come to that in a minute, because that is what the millennials are seeking. Many of you will know these numbers. For those who don't, the single largest, fastest growing region for travel happens to be in Asia too. In fact, India to Thailand is probably among the fastest growing routes in the world. Last year, our traffic, just as Make My Trip to Thailand, grew by about 30%. And the single biggest reason is connectivity. There is no question. You add connectivity, direct connectivity, and you see immediate response. Many of us know that there's a direct flight now, 2 direct flights from Delhi into Phuket. Who are the people from Thailand here? Must compliment you for your support. Thailand? Wow, nobody. I think they're busy receiving tourists. Thailand? Okay. Busy receiving tourists. Besides, I meant in the audience. 2 direct flights. Yeah, well, thank you for the warm welcome we get. Not only 2 direct flights from Delhi, which we might know, 2 direct flights daily from Bombay, and did you know 2 direct flights daily from Bangalore into Phuket? So we have 6 daily flights from India into Phuket. Forget what's going directly into Bangkok, which is a much larger number. And all of them are doing fairly well. I've been on this flight multiple times and I'm seeing it. People are thronging because people are looking forward to a far more comprehensive holiday experience than just going maybe to Bangkok and Pattaya. This is a family travel. They want to go to Phuket and they're going beyond. Phuket to Krabi, I believe, is not very far. It's about 3 hours. You can do that, sir. Is that right? You can do the ferry route or you can do the road. So the point I'm trying to make is connectivity can make all the difference. And my belief is there are probably 4 C's which I want to talk about in the short time I have available, which can really help tourism both ways. The first C already covered with connectivity, both ways. You put a direct flight, Indians will go. There are direct flights. I know Malé and Maldives is not part of the region. The direct flight to Maldives has grown our business to Maldives by 100%. Direct flight. That's what you need. Ideally, a direct and a daily flight, because consumers don't like to see, oh, on Monday there's a flight, but on Tuesday there's no flight. And then it's very confusing for the tourists. it's also very confusing for the agent who's selling it. Technology can do all of that, but you ideally want to have a daily, and over time it's proven this will do well. I'm giving the example of Bangalore to Phuket as an extreme corner case. Imagine if that is possible, then which are the other cities which can be connected directly to the many cities of the region? I'm just talking about Thailand. Singapore, everybody knows. Probably the best airport in the world today, and I know Changi is represented, and probably a place where every Indian wants to go. But Malaysia is again one of those places, and Indonesia. These four countries I can talk with fact. Just Make My Trip alone, as a group, we have sent over 1 million people. This year, we will be in the full year to these four countries. The other countries are small but growing very fast. Lot of potential for us in Vietnam and Laos as a country to go. So the second C is going to be convenience. And for convenience, one is direct flight, the other is visa. The visa facilitation changes everything. Yes, we need visa for multiple reasons, security, etc. But cannot it now be visa on arrival? India is doing visa on arrival for so many countries, and it's a very safe way because it's electronic, so you pass on the information in advance, you can vet out in advance, but you don't need to give your passport at an embassy, which really slows down the movement of travelers because people are forever moving around. It's very hard, even for Indians, even for foreigners coming to India, and I'll talk about inbound tourism too. So that I think is the second C. The third C is what ma'am touched upon, which is cultural understanding. And I think we can do a lot more with that. We definitely know a bit about these countries, but you ask most people in India or people in your countries coming into India, and most of the things what the minister spoke about in Northeast could be new to the layman. But once they know it, they want to go. So we have to educate, we have to get the message across what all there is to see, whether for religious tourism or for sightseeing. There is so much beyond just the Taj in India, and there is so much beyond just the few highlights that we know of Kuala Lumpur or, I don't know if people know Langkawi, it's stunning. Some people know Bali, but when I went to Bali, and I've been only once, about 10 years ago, I was fascinated by the cultural similarities between the two countries. As many people know, Bali as an island is probably 95 or 99% Hindu, but a very fascinating, I would say, expression of Hinduism, and so much for us to learn. So if you go there and attend the Ram Leela there, actually, it is so brilliant, and you're left wondrous and saying, look at the similarities between and yet the differences. But Indians don't know it, and sadly there's no direct flight to Bali till now because of the distance, I understand. But maybe there can be a seamless connectivity because that will change everything. The fourth C, I think, really is collaboration, and which we've spoken about and we will through the day, which is business collaboration. Where there is business, people will travel. And the opportunities within the region are so many that it's for each one of us as businessmen to exploit. We can exploit tourism, but everyone here, and I think the minister said it right, we don't need a summit for that. We need the internet for that. We need to delve into the internet. We need to see where the opportunities are, what we can supply. We spoke about fruit juice the other day, but there's in the morning, but there's so many other things. But we'll only get that by making an exploratory trip, by living the life of people over there. And that's what even the youngsters want to do. Millennials today don't want to stay in hotels. Millennials want to stay in homestays, they want to stay in villas, they want to stay like locals. Language today is no longer a constraint because of translation which is available on your phone. You can go to any part of the world today, and gone are the days where you'll be totally lost. I was in Russia last year, and I can't tell you how easy it was to make your way around. Two reasons. One is translation on your phone. The second reason is the youth. The youth in every part of the world is speaking enough English for you to understand and to be understood. So anyone under the age who's a student today will have enough English that they want to help you. So I think it's for us to exploit all of these. I would really request those in power to, I think, talk to airlines very seriously, because that's the change that can happen. But on the visa side, I would request all the excellencies here and representatives of the governments to really think about it, because visa on arrival or electronic visa or no visa requirement changes everything. If you were to do that, we as Make My Trip will advertise it, we will push it, And I can promise you we'll get the same kind of numbers in millions that we are getting to these 4 countries into the other countries in the region once we get the connectivity. Vietnam now has a direct flight into India coming, which is something very exciting. I think Vietjet is going to fly into India directly. It's going to change the business. It's an amazing place. Cambodia with the temples that they have to offer is just amazing. So it's just waiting for us to tap. I unfortunately don't know enough about Brunei, except that it's one of the richest countries per capita in the world, which is also nice to know, but would love to understand more, and I'll be looking forward to your speech, sir. On inbound tourism, I just want to leave you with one thought, which is people coming into India. India suffers from a strange disease in inbound tourism. I call it bipolar tourism. We either have the very rich or we have the backpackers. We don't have the typical middle class coming to India. India is not thought about as a middle class destination for multiple reasons. High end, we have the best of hotels in the world, no problem. These are people who see India through the tinted glasses. So they'll stay in the best of hotels, they'll go in, luxury cars, you go see the Taj, you'll do the Golden Triangle, you'll go to Rajasthan, and you're done, and you say, oh, India was lovely, and you go back with photographs and memories, but you don't really touch and feel the real India. In fact, people will say, India was lovely, Taj was lovely, oh my God, but we got harassed when we went to the Taj. But the real tourist wants to go in the trains, and our trains have really improved a lot. Gone are the notions of trains where these were non-air conditioned and people riding on the top. People have to see our trains to believe how good they are with Wi-Fi, with clean toilets, with good food, with great seats. But I think there's a mismatch again of understanding on both sides. So we have to also connote, and I think we have to do work as Indians also around safety. I do accept that we have to do much better, I think, on the ground safety for the individual female traveler. My request every time to the Department of Tourism is, if this is safe for a single woman traveling, then it's safe for everyone. So we've got to be that safe. The moment we are that safe, and many cities are, but people don't know it. People don't know that Mumbai and Calcutta and a lot of cities down south are very safe for women to travel alone. But the connotation is that it's not so safe. But things are changing and we have to do a better job at communicating that. And I think the potential is just amazing. So once again, thank you very much, Ajayji, for inviting me for this seminar. I'm really excited to be here and would love to push ASEAN, intra-ASEAN and India tourism as much as we can at Make My Trip. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kalra. Thank you very much. And the speakers before us, Mr. Kalra as well as Madam Sobna Narayan, they had really emphasized on connectivity, how it affects the overall infrastructure and tourism development all over the world. And the regional connectivity that you have talked, Mr. Kalra, I truly agree with you that that is the latest trend that is happening in the industry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have around maybe next 15-20 minutes, but we have so many speakers also. Though, I mean, we would like to request everyone maybe to be brief and on their points, because then we have further sessions and lunch on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I invite now Mr. Thardol for his address. Please give a big hand to Mr. Thardol, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, PhD, to invite me to be here. I'm very happy that in the morning we are talking so many things about Northeast, as my service life in India 15 years. So mostly I'm roaming in Northeast every state. So I'm very close and have worked so many things in Northeast in terms of my activities from my office. I think I can say that for international activities in Northeast, I have done more than some state, my own some state that the government of that state they have done. So I'm start working with Northeast from 2005. It's long time back. It's very difficult to be there. So today I learned that so many things that improve a lot in Northeast, and everybody pay attention to develop Northeast, to make Northeast more developed. So this is the thing that I would like to share. In terms of tourism, I'm also working in tourism when I was served in Thailand. And I push a lot regarding how to develop Northeast in terms of tourism. I mean that develop tourism in Northeast. The thing that I would like to share today is different with all of you. How to develop tourism of India is a big issue, but I would like to share. Everybody said that we have to make everything ready and then we do promotion for tourism. Then we invite the people, the tourists, to visit India. But I don't think so. Don't wait for infrastructure, don't wait for the hotel, don't wait for the road, don't wait for the airport, don't wait for anything. We have to start tourism from now. If you're waiting, that is the road, the infrastructure is non-stop, have to develop all the times. I will tell you, my hometown in Thailand is Koh Samui. It's like Phuket. When I was young, nothing. We don't have even airport. We don't have even the black top road, but 10,000 lakh of tourists, they would like to visit a place like that. This is my experience, so I would like to share. So when the tourists came, the development will follow. The government will take a look and they will support in terms of budget in everything. And the hotel start from a small bungalow. You don't believe Koh Samui, and even in Phuket, same development. Start from 50 rupee for a room. That means a bungalow with thatched house. So I told many states in Northeast, they said no, we cannot develop our tourism in Northeast because we don't have road connectivity, not good, that not good, airport, no flight. So this is my point of view. Kindly consider people who in tourism sectors. The second point is India is the own country, own civilization 1,000 years back. You spread on culture, you spread on development, you spread on civilization, everything to Southeast Asia. A gentleman said that in Bali, you will feel this is not Bali, this is everything is like India, same with India. We spread out, but now you would like to promote a tourism in India. Bring it back. How to bring it back? Do promotion, let them know. India compared to Thailand in terms of destination of tourists, you are much better. You have snow, you have forest, deep forest, you have mountain, you have beach, you have island, you have everything. Much more. You have the old antique, that means the historical site, 1,000 years. Thailand is 600-700 years. So you have everything, but nobody knows. We absorb so many things from India. Thai people, they know only Bodh Gaya, Varanasi, Banaras, Lumpini, and Korakapur. 3-4 places for Buddhist site. You have much more than that. You see the Hindu temple in Bangkok, in Silom Road. That is a civilization from Tamil, South Indian. Nobody know about South Indian in Thailand. They think that they Indian. They don't know about where is Thanjavur, where is Nagapatinam, where is Mahabalipuram. They don't know. Nobody knows about it. This is the work of the government of India who in charge about tourism. You have to work more than this. We have 20 lakhs tourists from India visit Thailand every year. Last year 19 lakhs, this year become 20 lakhs. 2 millions, right? And we have tourists from Thailand visiting India, only pilgrim, only Buddhist site. I think it's 1 or 2 lakhs. This is very less. Why? Because they don't know. Now they start to learn about snow. We don't have snow in Thailand, but we love to enjoy a snow. They go into Japan, Europe. They don't know they have snow in Jammu Kashmir, in Srinagar, in Gunma, in Pahangam, Sonamarg. They don't know. They start learning. This is the thing that I would like to share. For the connectivity, I think that's enough. I mean by flight. We have so many destinations, many airports that direct from Bangkok, direct from Singapore, direct from every ASEAN countries, mostly. But if not enough, it is okay. We can use Singapore as a hub. Then you come to India, or you use Bangkok as a hub. Then you come to Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad. It's already there, but how to manage? The connectivity in Northeast, we are talking for more than 10 years. Thai Airways always say no, now we have no air, flying twice a week. And good news that we have Imphal Mandalay twice a week also. Just start last week. That is very good because after Mandalay, Imphal no need to direct to Bangkok. After Mandalay, we have 4 flights a day. So you just wait 1 hour, 2 hours, and you connect to Bangkok, or you can connect to Chiang Mai. This is the way. Yeah. To increase the number of tourists from ASEAN countries, in my view, that you can start with civilization. Let the people in Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and every ASEAN country come back and see the civilization that we absorb from here. Use this team and do promotion in every countries, in every trade fair in ASEAN. I don't talk about the Europe or America. So just use the center of ASEAN. I can say it can be Bangkok or it can be any places. Use that as a hub. And then take some of tourists connect to India. We have 30 millions of tourists visit Bangkok every year. We need 1 million, or we need 5 lakhs tourists. That is enough. And for Northeast, by road, it's very near to Bangkok now. On 20 this month, I bring 15 cars, car rally from Bangkok, Mandalay, Imphal, from Imphal, Kohima come to Dimapur come to Assam, Assam come up to Sikkim, to Tawang in Arunachal. The connectivity by road, I confirm that completely. Even the small saloon can run from India to Bangkok. So the 2 regions, Northeast and Myanmar and Thailand are so similar. Whenever I'm in the side, I'm feel at home also. Even in Imphal or in any places in Nagaland or in Assam, Upper Assam. This is the few things that I would like to share, and I would like to take this opportunity to tell you that I have other appointment. I have to take a leave from the dice now, and I wish that the meeting today will be fruitful. And if you have any idea or anything to do in terms of business, in terms of investment, in terms of friend to friend, people to people connectivity to Thailand, please get back to me. I am most welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Karal, for your address. Now I invite Mr. Aziz from Malaysia for his address.
Thank you, PhD Chambers. My name is Muhammad Faizal. I have prepared a slide with regards to Malaysia-India potential business opportunity. My slide will not cover a lot of time, but then we will cover two segments of the presentation. First of all, will be on the construction industry for Malaysia, which I think relevant to Indian companies who are willing to joint venture with Malaysian company. And number two, as you know, next year will be our Visit Malaysia 2020. I prepared one of the snippets for the promotion of the program. Now, as you know, Matrade and Malaysia, we are the agency under the Ministry of International Trade and Industry for Malaysia, and basically we promote trade between both countries, India and Malaysia. And the content of my presentation will cover all these six the details about Malaysia, construction industry in Malaysia, the strength of Malaysian construction industry, some of the success stories, and the way forward. Now, as you know, Malaysia is smack in the middle of ASEAN. ASEAN population is around 647 million population, and it takes 1 or 2 hours to travel from Malaysia to the other ASEAN countries. And of course, as Matrade, we have a few offices abroad. We have also take part in trade business, trade investment. We deal with more than 230 countries all over the world. Some of the Malaysian mid-tier companies has already explored into India, as well as other European and then Western Asian countries. Malaysia in 2018 was the 24th largest exporter and 26th largest importer. Overall, we are the 24th largest trading nation in the world. And as everybody knows that we are also one of the largest palm oil exporter in the world. We are second in the world actually. Indonesia is the first one. And we also produce the largest rubber gloves in the world, consisting of 60% of the world market volume, or equivalent to 220 billion pieces in 2017. We also one of the leading global hub for halal, which we export 7.5 billion of halal products yearly. We also have the first halal catering on board for national carrier, which is the Malaysian Airlines. And also we cater the national airlines for the world's first halal in-flight catering, which is considered as the first for Malaysia. Now, why Malaysia? As you know, India and Malaysia, we are having multilateral and bilateral trade between two countries. And of course, in our pipeline right now, we have in negotiation ASEAN-Hong Kong FTA, and soon we will have our RCEP with the rest of the ASEAN countries. In 2018, we are the the 10th largest trading partner with 15.56 billion compared to the world trading percentage, and our trade between Malaysia and India is around 3.3% worth of share. And a little bit about my trade, because we provide linkage between the two